guys. How goes it? Oh, that media source is so loud. Alright, let me pause this for a second. Because I can't monologue over the music. So, yeah, Impromptu Thursday stream today on Thursday. So I was hoping that it would be out by now. Retro Supply Co. has a new brush pack for Procreate coming out today. I have no idea like what their schedule is, and so I've been like stalking the website and their Instagram and whatnot, waiting for it to drop. And I was gonna use it for this illustration today, but it's not out yet. So we're gonna roll with it, and I'm gonna work on this, and we'll just use the 8 million brushes that we have, because you know I'm definitely not lacking in options for Procreate. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. If we like get through this relatively quickly, since I've already done the sketching and most of the ink work, then we'll move over and work a little bit on the pomegranate from the mythographic book that we worked on the other day. I've actually done some more work on it, but we'll see how she goes. Is there anything else that I needed to talk about, like channel wise, before? I don't really have anything like big. I mean, I have projects in the works, but I don't want to spoil all of the fun. So there's a video coming out on Saturday, noon Eastern. It's kind of a speed color with a voiceover. So I got that coming up. There will be I'll have to double check. I should be good for this week for Tuesday's live stream. I don't think I have any appointments. The following week might be a little funky. I go back to drill the first weekend of February, and then I know the first Monday of February I have like I'll be like out like all day. So we'll play that by ear. Tuesday I think we're gonna work on the illustration for February's freebie coloring page. And then I am working on picking out my colors for Ryan's community color that he's doing for February, so that will be coming. I will probably do that as a video. I don't know if we'll do that as a live. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just I've done pretty well this week keeping up with housework, so I figured why not? I'm like super close to being able to apply for monetization, so I'm really hoping to push for that over the next like week or so. So that's definitely like on my goal list, but I took the YouTube Studio app off of my phone because I felt like I was getting way too like obsessed over looking at metrics, and it was starting to like mess with my mind. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put the music back on. Maybe I can find some jazz, because I feel like that kind of goes with this illustrations vibe. So let me see what I can find here. Maybe they have a jazz playlist. Yes, jazz. Let me just get back in here. Unpleasant, so it's 3:30 p.m. here and about ready to go to bed. Ooh. Oh. This sounds like burlesque music, but we're gonna roll with it. So, let me turn my headset down so I'm not like screaming over top of the music. So, I think I'm gonna change this background color, and these up here will go away. So I just made myself like a little color palette. That way it was easier for me to just use my color picker and switch back and forth without having to go into the palette up here. Hey Ryan, how are you? How is the day treating you so far, my friend? Yeah, we're gonna change the background color on this. I'm gonna keep it blue, and I'm gonna try something a little different with this. But it's a little too turquoise for my liking right now, so I'm going to do I want to go with this? I don't know. I think some of it too is, you know what, I'm gonna stick with this. I think some of it too is I'm using a toned paper texture, so it's giving me a little bit of a different like vibe than I want, but we'll roll with it. And now I need to find a so we're gonna go with that. I'm not gonna use the pink for this. It's going great, getting ready for Valentine's already. Yeah, I have already started buying Valentine's candy for myself. Lol. I go down the Aldi Finds aisle when I go to Aldi, and I buy myself candy. I'm channeling my inner Miley Cyrus. I can buy myself flowers and candy. Let's see. I'm gonna try and pick a couple other. Let's see. I need a black. Also. Are you are you talking like getting ready for Valentine's Day like for you, or like at the bakery? I'm assuming you guys are already like prepping for like Valentine's Day treats and goodies. Okay, so now I need to figure out less than 3 weeks away. I know, it's crazy. Okay, so now I need to figure out what elements I want to keep. Okay, so we're gonna start with this, not that. Let me pick my color here. And I'm going to need to find a different brush. All right, let me try this. And that is not the layer that I want to be on. So I'm going to lock that so that I don't accidentally color on it. And okay, this is the layer I want. Love the idea of having a palette on the screen. I know, right? I was watching somebody else do that and I was like, "Oh my god, it's so simple. Like it's so much better cuz like I can go up here and in the palettes and I can create my own, or I can pick one of the palettes that I already have and I can set it as my default, and then it'll show my palette over here and it will also give me a history of my colors, which is nice, but it's a pain in the ass to have to like go back in here when I need to swap colors, whereas if I just pick them ahead of time and just do like a separate layer with a little swatch, I can just use my color picker to switch back and forth and then delete that layer at the end. I was like, that's friggin' genius. Bakery starter prep for V-Day. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come in here. So because I don't generally do clean line work, I can't really use the color fill. So this actually might take me a little while to do because I'm going to have to do it by hand, which is fine because although let's see how this works. Nope. I do not mind coloring by hand. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do her gloves also in this cream color. So this is definitely an experiment. And then I'll definitely have to make this just a little bigger. Add a couple like elements in the background. Okay, so that ties her gloves in. And so that's the only thing that I have to make sure I switch back to my color picker layer. But it's still easier to do that. And since it's locked, I can't accidentally draw on it. Gotta run, yoga time. Talk to you soon. All right, Ryan, thank you for stopping in. It was good to see you. Have fun at yoga. I need to start going back to yoga on Mondays. So I actually am going to go ahead and make her hair black. And then I'll have to figure out highlight wise what I want to do. What is... Oh, okay, that's the lines. That's my line work. I think I have an idea for that. Do I go to yoga studio? I have a gym membership that does a whole bunch of different type classes. I pay like $19.99 a month for it. And they do yoga on Mondays. So what I was trying to do for a little while is tie it in with my grocery shopping. So I'd go do yoga at 9:45 and then just jet over to Aldi and pick up my groceries while I was out. And then I just kind of got off track with it, and I haven't gone in a while. Go to Yoga with Adrienne here on YouTube. So convenient. I was doing when I was deployed, and the Zumba class ended because the instructor came home. I was doing Zumba in my dorm room using YouTube videos. I'd just put my headphones on so that like I wouldn't disturb anybody else in my quad. but it worked out really well. Seriously, this does not really sound like jazz. It sounds like elevator music. Terrible about going to classes, so YouTube is great for me. Yeah, I get on like a good routine and then I lose it. Okay, we're gonna have to. This is not doing it for me. Oi. Okay, this is the vibe. Like, it just needs just to stay like this. Just keep this music. Okay, so I need a contrasting blue. What do I want to do with his suit? Okay, let me finish her shoes first, because I know that those are going to be blue to match her dress. Also, I don't know what the deal is with my pen. Oh, it's because I'm on the eraser. That would be why. Whoops. I was freaking out thinking like something had happened to my Apple Pen, and I'm like, I'm not buying a new one, damn it. What's wrong with the pen? Nothing. Yeah, I just like I forget that I clicked it over, and hmm. And we're back to the elevator music. Don't know what to do with his suit. I feel like I can't, like, let me try something. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, we're gonna go with that. And I might actually be able to use this for a shade color later. Actually, I don't even need to color this whole, like, the whole thing in. We can leave. Okay, yeah, I actually kind of dig leaving the lapels of his jacket. Okay, I'm liking this more now that I have started coloring it and adding the details and having a better plan for it. Like, I was not entirely sold on my line work. But now that I've started getting into this aspect of the process, I'm okay with it. Well, more okay with it, I guess. Like, I definitely had a moment yesterday where I was ready to, like, scrap the whole thing. What? Why do we got Christmas music in the, well, I mean, Christmas music in the, this was the music I used for my winter intro. You know, we're just gonna put the coffee shop playlist on. Yeah, I know, right? We'll just, yeah, we're just gonna go with the coffee shop playlist. Although I think there was some Christmas in this one too. At least this opening song has a beach vibe to it. So we can think about summer. The opening song, the one that's the standard one that I use for my videos. I usually I change it up. I'll change the color scheme and the background music for like a winter vibe. I think at one point, like my first year doing this, I had a spooky themed one for like October, November. All right, so now we're going to I'm gonna do some highlights first. Okay. Okay, so I had added in some detail lines when I did my line work, just to kind of give myself a guide of where I thought I might want to add, you know, some additional details, and it is causing me issues right now. So I'm going to take those out and add them back in a different way. Oh, I just did all of that on... Son of a bitch. Damn it. This is why we lock our layers. Okay, I'm gonna pull back on this and just take a minute and reassess where I'm at. Ponder if I want another cup of coffee. Okay, I am gonna go make another cup of coffee. So I'm gonna put the BRB screen up. I'll leave the music on for you guys, and I will be right back. Okay. Got my coffee. Tried to feed Lorna, and Luso bullied her away from her lunch. Okay, so I think I'm at a point now where I'm going to... You need to go up here, my friend. Start doing... some of my detail work. So... I'm going to change this to multiply also. Not darken, multiply. There we go. And let's see. Just kind of looking through my brushes here. Cats seem to think it's dinner time. They're a bit early, but it never stops them. Yeah, mine do that too in the evening. It's like once I start cooking, they know that means that it's almost time for lunch. Usually Lorna doesn't, she gets fed around like 12 or 12:30 because she's still getting 3 meals a day, but for whatever reason, I'm not sure if like she walked away, because I turned my back, so I don't know if she walked away or if Luso like bullied her away from her dish. I'm gonna try this and see how we like it. Okay, that's a little too much. It doesn't really fit the vibe I'm going for. So let's... I know I have some, I think this is kind of what I'm looking for.
The flowers bloom in springtime, the leaves fly.
Oh, actually, I need to do I need to do some highlights on his shoes here, but not with that brush. Mm, actually, I need those on. Okay, I'm gonna turn these layers back on just so I can see how everything looks. So I just need to add some lines over this. Oh, these random freaking dots. Now I have to go through and figure out where these all are. Seriously, where are you little black dots? Okay, you're on my reference layer. Okay, I think I'm done with my color palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock and delete. And I'm going to very carefully move. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Actually, no. Okay, that's... I kind of like that, like, out of the... Okay, yeah, so that can stay like that. I feel like it needs... There's a lot of, like, empty space. I feel like it needs some texture around the edges, but I don't know what I want to do. And also... her leg here needs some highlight. Okay. Still pondering. I feel like this background needs something. Okay. Alright. I think it's done. I'm still not sure about the bottom of it, but like I've hit the point now where I'm going to like overwork the project, so I need to like not look at it for a little bit and then come back to it a little later and see how I feel about it. I don't know, there's a couple things that that I kind of, what is I need to fix a couple things. But like I'm not unhappy with it. I'm trying to avoid like cluttering it, and so like that's the hard part that I'm having right now is I really like that mid-century style like art because it's imperfect and it's like shapes and you know, well I mean everything is shapes, but I was working off of a reference photo when I did the here I'll show you the reference photo that I used. I'll pull it up in here maybe if I can remember how to do this. Blah 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 blah. Where is canvas reference? So this was the reference photo that I used. Let me move this over here. To kind of get the pose, and then I changed, you know, I didn't put the gun in the hand. So this is Fred Astaire and Sid Charisse, and I just really liked the pose. And sometimes like when I'm working on stuff like on my own, I'll actually layer the reference photo in and trace some of the shapes to help build that like muscle memory. If it's something that I'm not, super familiar with, just to try and learn. And I hit a point where, when I was doing this, where I was about ready to do that, just to get like some line work to be able to work with. And I was like, nope, I'm not. I'm gonna just do what what I see and how I feel. And because this is a obviously a photograph, my brain was having a hard time switching between realism and that mid-century style, um where like it's shapes and not perfect, like realistic faces. And so um I was really happy with the way the male character's face turned out. The female character at first I wasn't really sure about, and I think I also ended up like reverting back to like old habits of zooming in too far, and changing my brush size a little too much. And so yeah, I think I got part of what I was going for. I hate hands. I hate drawing hands, and I think I was trying to draw them a little too realistic for what I really probably could have done with this. For whatever reason, like it was like I just need to draw hands that look like hands. And um I could have given them the Simpsons fingers, and just, less fingers, cuz like going in Pinterest and looking at art from that era, it's definitely not like realistic. Um but in the end, like, I feel like it came together, and I was able to take it and, put my own like spin on it and incorporate it into another piece. And um I just told I'm trying to tell myself, like, this is new. This is a new type of like art for me, and I'm trying to teach myself how to draw. And not everything is going to look perfect, and I need to get that out of my head, because if I don't power through it, then I'm not going to learn, and I'm not going to figure out what I like, and what will hopefully like end up being my style. Um and so yeah, it was definitely a bit of a labor of love. Part of me wants to um have this printed on like a professional, like not G clay, because that's expensive, and I don't think my work is like that level, but just some kind of like art shop that does professional prints, and just see what it looks like not printed off um on my printer. But it's hard, cuz it's like my my brain has trouble separating and also compacting details. So, but it came out. Like, it came out. I'm content. Are there things that I would fix for next time? Absolutely. But oh no, when did that happen? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Random freaking white paint stroke. So let me just check something real quick and see if I have anything else that I want to work on. Or whether or not that's going to be it for me today. Sonia says it looks lovely. Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate that. That really means a lot, because it's hard because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and putting putting myself out there and letting you guys watch me fumble my way through this is like kind of scary. It is kind of scary. I'm just seeing if this thing that I've been waiting on like all day is is here yet. Not here yet. Badge. I mean, I guess this is honestly like the best, like the best time in the best way to like put myself out there because we're a new small community, so I'm not like, I mean, I'm a small community over on Twitch also, but I feel like over on Twitch there the likelihood of people coming in and just being complete like troll bags is a lot higher than over here. So I feel a little bit and I mean I've done art streams over on Twitch too, but I feel a little bit safer, I guess, over here right now. And it's like, it's not that I can't take criticism or feedback, but some people don't know how to give criticism and feedback without being like douchey. Mine is an actual hot mess. I doubt that. What program are you using? I will say this. Uh I had a cheap drawing stylus that I was using, and I uh I used it for a little while because I was really, really trying hard not to buy a whole bunch of stuff if this was not going to be something that I felt like um that I enjoyed or that I could do anything with. And I think it was probably a couple weeks and through, just research and whatnot, I bit the bullet and bought the Apple Pencil, and I do not regret it. I also got a paper like uh screen cover protector. Um, and now we wait for the chat to catch up. Yeah, cause like I'm watching it so that I can see the chat, and it's so far behind. And then I also know that I'm farther behind even than what you guys are seeing. So like if I went over to YouTube and watched it on that side of things and not in studio, it would be completely different. And it's hard because then I feel like people are like, oh, they shouldn't respond to chat, but it's like I feel like I get the chat in real time, but it just doesn't play back. So then it's like 5 minutes later, and you guys are finally hearing me respond to you. Um, but yeah, so I got a paper-like screen protector for my iPad, and it that and the Apple Pencil have made a huge difference. So like my pen not sliding around on the glass, and also the clicking was driving me insane. It feels more like drawing on paper, but also with that safety net of if I don't like it, I can just delete it or erase it, and I'm um not wasting paper. Um Let me see if I've got anything else in here that I'm working on. I mean, there's stuff in here, but I actually don't have, I don't really have anything else. I was drawing a burger the other day. But if you didn't, I don't know how, like, I know I saw that you're using Procreate, like how familiar you are with like with the settings and whatnot in Procreate, but I know that one of the things that that helped me out in, um if you're worried about like uh, messing up the default settings on a brush, you can actually swipe right, maybe. Hold on. Duplicate. Where is it? As I sit here and try and explain this, and seriously, where is it? Oh no, that's because it's in my recent. Okay, so doop, 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 doop. Let me go down here to the drawing. We'll go to the inking. So I'll just use the Mercury brush as an example. So if I'm worried about messing up the default settings on the brush, I can duplicate it. And then if you go into the brush studio, the two that I use the most are under stabilization. So the streamline will actually help you. They kind of go together, so it gives you a little bit more of a like stable line, not as like jittery. So let me, if I turn that all the way down. So right now with it turned like cranked all the way down, it's a little freer, and the program kind of, does its thing. It's not as smooth. But if I crank that streamline all the way up, you can kind of see how it smooths it out and corrects it. Um, and then if I go to the stabilization, and you kind of have to play around with this because sometimes the stabilization, depending on like your brush, actually makes it harder to work with. But this will actually help to keep your lines a little bit corrected, like if your hands shake, which I have issues with sometimes, and you can kind of see when you go slow that the program is trying to like correct what I'm doing and smooth out my lines. And you can do this for all of your brushes like individually, or if you go to your preferences, go to pressure and smoothing, and you've got this pressure curve here, and I don't want to reset it all. You can adjust like the sensitivity of your um like of the app, how responsive it is to the pressure that you apply with your pencil. And you can also set your own like stabilization so that every brush will be like, right now mine is, well, it was uh 30, I think I had it like 35. So this will apply a 34.2% stabilization across like everything that I do in here. And then I can still go in and tweak individual brushes. Um, And then, yeah, and then I can adjust this pressure sensitivity down here if I feel like I'm not getting the responsiveness with my pen that I want. But you got to be careful with this because otherwise, if you take it too far, then you like barely touch the pad and it'll just, yeah, go a little cray cray. But yeah, those were some things that helped me. And like if you mess it up, all you got to do is reset it and it'll put it all back to like default. I'm trying to think of like what else. Uh so I know we were talking about it on Discord too. One of the other things that I was watching Chris Piazik, and he uses Adobe Fresco, but it's the concepts are the same. And one of the things that he was saying uh that has definitely helped me is to uh lock your brush. So when you're starting on your project, figure out what's a good like zoom space, how like how zoomed in you want to be to where it's comfortable to draw, and then test your brush, figure out what size you want to use, and if you click on this and slide over, you kind of have to use your finger to do it, but if you click this plus sign, it will lock your brush to that size. And so that's where your default is for that brush. And then especially for like line work, if you're inking your drawing, is to just set it and don't touch it and rely on the pressure sensitivity of the app and of your pencil to get your different stroke widths. Because I found for me what I was doing was I was trying to continuously adjust my brush as I was going, and it was actually interfering with my ability to make strokes clean, because I was constantly picking my hand up and moving my hand and then trying to go back to where I left off. Um, so I have been making a more conscious effort, especially when I'm doing my line work, to not try and change the size of my brush. Um, that was a big thing. And then with Procreate, because it's raster based, uh, I found what I was doing was I was zooming in too much. And when you zoom in Procreate, it actually changes the way your brush performs sometimes, even if you don't change the size of your brush. So it could be a nice, 10% zoomed out and you're happy with it, and then you zoom in to do something and it's way bigger than you think it should be. Um and I also noticed when I zoom in too much, I start focusing on all of the little like pixels and start trying to like correct things that don't really need to be corrected. So I've been trying to be mindful of that as well. Switch to your phone because there are hungry people who want food. It's all good. I think I'm probably going to stop for the day and go figure out my next uh plan of plan of attack if I've got chores and whatnot to do around the house, or if I'm gonna start on something for next week. I might work on trying to pick my colors for Ryan's buddy color, but yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with this. I think I'll put it up on Instagram and see how we go. And I have a video coming out on Saturday, and I will be back on Tuesday with another live stream. So, on that note, I am going to say thank you so much, everybody that stopped by today. I super appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me, especially because I know this is illustration. We colored, but we colored digitally, so it's a little different, and I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, and so I'm trying to balance out the various like art forms and whatnot, and also this is not my standard, you know, well, I don't really have a standard since I just recently started streaming again. Um, but yeah, so trying to balance out different things and whatnot. So I appreciate everybody that hung out. If you would give this a like, it would mean the world, and I will see you guys in the next one.